Hello, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Um, just getting back from, I had a massage therapy appointment today, and I'm just feeling amazing and so relaxed right now. And so, I just, when I'm relaxed, I often get little, inspirations and ideas that pop into my mind because my mind is not busy with everything. So, what popped into my mind was, that saying, you don't know what you don't know? That's sort of what popped into my mind. You don't know what you don't know. And I guess, to me, what that means is that nobody knows everything. And it is impossible for everyone to know absolutely everything. Everything about this world, everything about, what our governments are doing, everything about our healthcare system, everything about our education system, everything about our judicial system, and on and on and on. And so, we have people that work in these industries or these sectors, and they claim to be professed experts or doctors, and people put doctors on a pedestal because they think that doctors know everything, and they put police officers on a pedestal because they think that police know everything, and that everything that they do is 100% correct. And we have this way of putting people in supposed higher positions on pedestals because we think they are doing everything in our best interest and that they know everything. But that is an absolute falsity. That is an absolute lie, because a doctor does not know everything. A doctor is just a person like everybody else. And they are trained in a certain aspect of medical. Like a GP is trained in general. A specialist is trained in that specific area that they're specialized in. But there is no one doctor that knows everything. So the reason this popped into my head is because every single human on this planet, we do not have the full understanding or the full capacity to know everything that is happening and has happened to humanity on this planet. We don't know that because we have not had the ability, the consciousness, or the whole truth given to us to understand it. So when people go around and they spew, that's false news, or that's misinformation, or that's truth, or this is right, this is wrong, this big giant divide that's playing out on this planet right now. It's like nobody knows everything, and nobody is right, and yet nobody is wrong. And that's the interesting thing, is that we all think that we are right because we're only basing it on the lens that we view things from, right? And everybody's lens is different. But just because what I feel is true may not resonate with another person because they're not looking at it from the same lens as me, or vice versa. So what I wanted to talk about was, we don't know what we don't know. And so for a lot of people who, on both sides of the fence, the ones that believe in the jabs, they're only coming from one perspective. And the ones that don't believe in the jabs are coming from a one perspective. And both sides don't know the whole story. We really, truly don't know everything. We may know bits and pieces, but we don't know the whole story. So essentially both are correct and both are wrong. So the reason I wanted to share this is because, we need to stop this divide and this fighting and this segregation and this discrimination and this hate and this anger. We need to stop it. And in order to stop it, we need to come to a place of neutrality. There's somewhere in the middle, the truth, whatever that is always somewhere in the middle. And I think this is what people need to understand is, people who are still getting their information from the media are not getting the full, they're not getting the full truth. And the ones that are getting their information from alternative sources are also maybe not getting the full truth. But in the middle of those two is where, the truth may lie. So I think that's really important, because if we can all understand that we're all right and we're all wrong, maybe we can all come to a place of agree to disagree and stop this ridiculous fighting and arguing and negativity that's playing out right now. Because this is what the powers that be want. You see, humanity has always been controlled via divide. This is how you control a population, is you create a divide between groups of people. And you're always going to have that as long as there's one side here and one side here. Whether that side is right and that side is wrong, or whether that side is right and that side is wrong, it doesn't really matter. They just want people to fight. They want people to hate each other and, fight with each other. Because in doing so, it's keeping humanity so busy and so distracted fighting with each other that people are completely unaware of what is truly happening. We are essentially being fooled. We are being misguided. We are being lied to, and we don't even realize it because we're all so busy fighting. So neutrality is a point where you can be the observer, you can see the larger picture, and not necessarily take a side. I mean, you don't have to believe any of it, or you can believe all of it. But you can be in a neutral place where there is no judgment on others, whatever they choose, right? So for all of those people that keep, saying, well, I trust the science, I mean, you don't know what you don't know. And if you're unaware that there's other information that has been kept or suppressed from you, then you wouldn't know that you're being lied to. And this is the thing, is we all hold on to what we think is right, but at the end of the day, nobody really knows what's true. Nobody really, really knows what's true. And again, personal truth doesn't necessarily mean it's everyone's truth. The only truth, the only definite truth is the one source creator, God. And that we are all a fractal of this source creator, God. That is truth. And that we are all here on this planet to live a physical life, but we are not our physical body. We are a soul that has incarnated into this physical vessel. That is truth. But everything else that plays out on this earth, all the experiences that we have, everything that we see, everything that, we're told, everything that we learn, we don't know if that's true anymore. We don't, because we don't know the totality of everything. And if you don't have the totality, you will never know what the truth is. And the only way you will find out what the truth is by connecting to your creator source God within yourself, connecting to that spiritual essence of who you are, and tapping into that and getting those answers for yourself, getting those answers from your own soul. That is connecting to truth. That is the ultimate truth. Because truth is not coming from the media. Truth is not coming from your politicians. Truth is not coming from other people telling you what's right and what's wrong. Only you know the truth, and that truth comes from within you. But the only way you're going to be able to access that is when you stop looking outwards, when you stop looking outside of yourself for the answers, when you stop looking outside of yourself for help, when you stop looking outside of yourself for salvation, because that is all just an illusion. All the answers that you need are within you. So anything you need to know, the truth is always within you. So, we don't know what we don't know, but we can learn and discover what the truth is when we can learn to go within and understand that we know what the truth is. We just need to discover it within ourselves. Because we all have the wisdom of the universe, the wisdom of everything within us, within ourselves, within our DNA. You know, we come here with a blueprint of, you know, our, like who we really are, where we came from, and everything that plays out here in the physical is really just, it's really just a story. It's not really true. It's just the experiences that we go through. But that doesn't mean that they're all true, right? Truth comes from within. And when you can understand that concept, you will know. And that's it. So yeah, that's really it. I mean, I don't know why that popped into my head, but you know, as I started talking about it, I just started to feel like this was how it needed to be expressed. And you know, this is my expression of it. And if this resonates with you, you know, feel it, tap into it. I'm not saying that, you know, you have to believe me, but it's really up to each person to learn how to discover what is true and what isn't. And that needs to be done from within. So anytime I read something, anytime I hear something, you know, I always just sit with it. I never take it at face value. I never have, which is why I question things all the time, because I have to sit with it and I have to feel it. And when I can feel a resonance, or I just know intuitively that this feels right or this feels true, that's how I know it's truth, right? And this is how we all need to learn how to start dissecting and discerning information, right? This is how we were designed, but you know, we've all been pulled away from that sacred part of ourselves. We've all been disconnected from source. But it's time that we start activating that part of ourselves again. You know, that divine that's within us. We are all divine. We are all sparks of God. We are God. God is within. And when you really start to understand that, and you really start to go within, you will discover for yourself what is truth. What is truth for you? And you will stop relying on external sources to tell you what's truth. Because that has all just been a big distraction. It's all just been a big test, right? It's all been created to perpetuate fear and confusion and divide among people. And the moment you can understand that, the moment you can take your power back, and the moment you can start deciding for yourself what your truth is. Anyways, that's all. So have a wonderful day. Thank you.